Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, it's time. We're going to unleash the King and Queen. The King and Queen of the Knights, the Wight Queen and the Wight King. Super excited for this one because it's the first, I'd say, like meta coupling I've really pulled that I can play around with since Cupidus and Venus, or maybe Rotus and Sephi. Anyway, it's cool to have like some new actual meta changing champions on the account for the first time in a while. It's going to be pretty psyched to do their build. So let me find them here. A few people have asked as well, like, how have I got the Queen when I didn't really do the fusion? Well, I kind of like half did the fusion on my main, but mainly did it on the free to play. And I had most of the fragments and I got a pack offer for the last fragments. So bought the pack. It actually cemented my decision to go for the Wight King when I saw the pack offer, because I was like, damn, that means I could actually do videos showing the duo rather than just one of the duo, which makes a big difference with these two. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to build them in this video. I'm going to do some play testing, mainly arena focus. We'll go through their kit now quickly, but we're going to go mainly arena focus because that's really where I think they'll offer like by far the most value. Let's start with the Wight Queen then. So obviously she was the fusion. I'm actually thinking to try and go 9-piece protection here because 9-piece protection can end up being quite cool. They're not the best pieces that I've got in the accessories, but it does mean that I can get this 9-piece away, which will give us a whole bunch of stats along the way, decent amount of speed, but also 75% chance to protect buffs that she places. She places shield, she places strengthen, so protecting those will be pretty good. But also, my allies deal 5% more damage per buff that she places. So it's a shame she's not placing even more, but I mean, that's going to be an extra 10% damage on the board when the king starts hitting, and he's all about the damage. So I'm thinking this could be a cool set for her. Also think there's a massive amount of value in just going straight bolster and having a number of people around the outside of the Wight King in bolster set. So the only trouble with bolster is this dude counters bolster. So it's kind of like, does bolster start to come out of the meta a bit on your heroes? We'll see, on your champs. Anyway, Wight Queen. Let's go through a kit quickly. The A1's kind of nutty. So booked up 50% chance to reduce the cooldown of a random ally skill by 2 turns. Yeah, but if the Wight King is around, she's going to do it on him. So it says here, if Wight King's on the same team and has any active skills on cooldown, decreases the cooldown of one of their skills by 2 turns. If he's on the same team and has nothing on cooldown, again, it goes back to a random ally. Also, if the if the cooldown of skill is fully reset, gives them a heal as well. So the Wight King has got a couple of big skills. Either way, you might even just use the Queen here as an A1 target dummy. Literally, like the A1 going off to just get your cooldowns back as often as possible would be pretty damn cool. The A2 is why I decided to go protection set though. So I'm thinking she goes before the King, sends out the A2, which is shielding and strengthen, and a turn meter feel. And then the King comes in and starts unleashing. That's what I'm thinking here. I'm wondering, though, if I've got bolster on someone else, which is what I'm planning to do, does this shield count, or does it mean that I've only put 1 buff out? I think it probably doesn't count. So I might only get 5% bonus from my protection gear, honestly, which is, I hadn't thought of that, but potentially it's not going to overwrite bolster. I don't know if it almost like becomes part of it. I don't think it does. So I think I would only get my 5% from like the first time I do this ability. The A3 then is a revive. So it's a nice amount of HP and turn meter. Gives you a full reset of skills. So whoever they're bringing back is going to come back fully loaded. Cool thing here, though, again, if the Wight King's around, she's going to revive him and he's going to have 100% turn meter. So he's coming back with his skills and he's coming back to nuke. So this is very cool as well. After the revival, drops the turn meter of enemies by 10%. Normally, you'd need accuracy for this, but if you've got the Wight King, then it's 20% and it cannot be resisted. This would be the only place that you'd need accuracy in a kit. So having the Wight King is massive because it's one stat you don't have to build. And it's still, this becomes then extremely effective. A 20% turn meter drop, whilst giving you 100% turn meter, which cannot be resisted, means he is definitely going next and he's about to unleash. So this is actually very, very cool. She's also got this passive here. Whenever an enemy tries to place really any crowd control debuff on an ally with highest crit damage, she takes those debuffs away. It's going to be the Wight King because he's going to be my nuke. So basically, he cannot be stunned or any of that type of stuff. She's going to take it away. She gets a turn meter fill if she was going to miss her turn. But again, if the Wight King's around at the start of her turn, she's just going to remove those. Fills the turn meter of this champion by 50% if they miss their turn. Yeah, so she doesn't get both. But ultimately, she's just going to get to go, which is very cool as well. So yeah, and I've got this booked out, which means there's no cooldown on it. So basically, the Wight King should never be like stunned up while she's around. So the two synergizing together is just crazy. Like all of these synergies with Wight King, they turn her from a great champion into a meta champion, basically. I decided to go Intimidating Presence for an Aura. I've got a 2-star. 3-star would make it way stronger, honestly. And I think there's value. If you had a very high blessing and you're using them mainly for live arena, then I think Life Harvest in today's kind of like revive meta could be the way to go. But anyway, let's check out the King. So the King, at the moment, I've chosen Soul Reap. And I think this might be, I might change this up. So Soul Reap just means that if someone's nearly dead, I can take them down. And I think this guy's going to hit hard. I know that he hits hard. But I think there might be in the higher end of the game, champions that are still living. So this could take them out for me. I've got him as a 3-star blessing. And obviously that's good value. If he was higher star, then you get a way better chance of getting a kill here. Even 4-star is great for the extra damage and stuff. But anyway, this is cool. 5-star, you start to get the True Fear stuff going off as well, which, again, is massively beneficial. But again, if I was to change this up, I was chatting to Saf on this one, actually. Saf thinks that Heaven Cast might be the way to go, depending on your team comp. So the more buffs you've got, the more damage you do. Again, you need a high blessing to make this really effective. But let's say I've got an extra 5 buffs on me, which is pretty much where I'm going to be at, maybe 5 or 6, then I get an extra 5% damage per buff. Is that worth? Maybe that's just straight worth more than Soul Reap. 5 or 6% more damage over an insta kill. I don't know. It's pretty close. In my head, it's pretty close. I'm not sure. I'm going to try as I've got it, and then I might flip it over if it's not really working for me. And I think Ward of the Fallen wouldn't be a terrible one to take as well as a potential. So few choices there. Anyway, in terms of the Wight King, I've been looking at my gear, and again, like I'm looking at fancy accessories. I do have a couple of pieces of Merciless set in accessories. Not Merciless set, sorry, Rathalos set. So I could go 6-piece Rathalos, 2-piece Cruel as a really like cool option. I could go 4-piece Rathalos, 4-piece Merciless as another very cool option. Trouble with 4 pieces, you don't get the Ignore Defense, which you really need to really make the Rathalos set powerful. You kind of need 6 with Rathalos. So Lethal is obviously an option. Probably it might end up being where I go just because of the quality of my Merciless gear. But I do have some good pieces of Merciless. But then really with Merciless, you kind of need to go 6-piece. So if I go 6-piece Merciless, that's worth. At 4-piece, it's probably not. So again, depends on like gear quality. I'm going to use the optimizer now to like play around with gearing and see what I can get done. Okay, then let's start with the Queen, I guess, and see what we can get done. I'm going to literally allow the optimizer to rip off gear from anyone. By the way, as well, if you're a regular user of the optimizer, we've now put this GPU burst mode in. What it's going to do is going to eat most of your GPU, but the speed that it finds builds is absolutely insane, like crazy. So anyway, we're going to go for a balanced build. We're going to go for includes artifacts unlocked. I've already done the mastery, so I don't need to change that. In terms of stats, we're just going to go for priority 1 speed, priority 2 HP. I think that's all I need. HP, I guess priority 3 would be defense, but I don't even think I want, maybe I just want like a minimum of 4K defense and then give me speed and HP. Sets, I want to take protection, and we're going to go for 6 pieces here. I've already got the accessories on, so I can just go into my slots and untick these. We've also got this kind of like new ascension stat thing as well. So I can say, because I farmed a bunch of dust, I could say, assume that the main stat becomes health. Maybe I'll say health or speed here on the boots. Yeah, so I can tell it now. This is what I'm going to change the ascension to when it's done. And I'm also saying here, assume that I'm maxing all of my ascension bonuses. Okay, not on my artifacts. I don't have a load of dust and stuff from artifacts. I actually need to farm some of that up, but that's where we're going. That's done. Glyphs, I can say I've got a reasonable amount of big glyphs. So I say give me 6% on HP. I don't have much in the way of speed, so I'm not going to put anything in there. And I think that's it. Let's go. See what we get back. So I'm thinking of a fast, look at the speed of the return of builds, by the way. Fast, high HP champ is what I want. And the other thing here is I am considering bringing in Netcrit, because Netcrit's a good protector, even against someone who's like an HP nuker, to protect him. He doesn't have like inbuilt just I'm going to live. So high HP builds are actually important here. Probably higher than this. Maybe I should build him first and then see. I think I will actually. Let's come back to her in a second. I need to build him first to see what my HP is, because I need to make sure that my HP is higher than his so that he gets the protection. So actually, we're going to go back to champs. Let's do the king first. Damage mode on the king. Again, use anything we want. I'm saying 180 speed. I don't need any accuracy or anything. I guess we didn't run through his kit, and we should have quickly. He's got 30% chance of increasing cooldown of a skill on the A1. Cannot be resisted if Ankora is around. So if she's not around, you need accuracy, but she is, therefore you do not. We've got a double hitter on the A2. Is it a double hitter? Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, no, it can be, yeah. So attacks all enemies, ignores 25% defense on the A2, hits again if there's shield or strengthen around. It's pretty much like a counter to Mariska, who gives both of these things. And it's a counter to Bolster, which is out there a lot of the time as well. Unlike some champions, he will only double hit champions that have got these on. Like sometimes if you hit twice, it will hit everyone twice. He doesn't. It's only the champions that have got these both on. This cannot be improved or reduced by mastery. So Duchess passive, all that type of stuff will not reduce his damage, but equally your own passives and stuff on masteries will not increase your damage. But this is still very cool. We then got a block revive double hitter, anti-rotus machine on the A3. So double hitter, more damage per buff on you and per buff on the enemy. So that's very cool. If it kills a target with 3 or more buffs, does the block revive. So they actually have to have buffs to do the block revive ability. Again, this is very cool. Gets an extra turn if he kills someone when Ankora is around. So you can go block revive into the nuke. She then does her A1, resets an ability, away you go again. It's pretty like mental. I guess Soul Reap might be a problem with this. Sometimes Soul Reap has a bit of a weird interaction with block revive. Like if the Soul Reap kills someone when you do this, then you do not block revive, as far as I'm aware. We've also got here, this champion just straight up receives 50% less damage when attacked by someone out of their turn, i.e. a Taras counterattack. And if Queen Ankora is around, it's 100% damage reduction. So if anyone does a ally attack, it's 0 damage from the rest of the crew coming in. If there's counterattack, 0 damage. Helicath, 0 damage, my friend, when you're coming back at me. All of that stuff. It's very, very strong in certain matchups. And also he's going to ignore shield and strengthen. The reason why this is important is because it won't remove the shield as you're hitting. You're just going to hit past it, which is very cool as well. So anyway, let's get into his build. So we want a crit cap 100%. We want just basically a full damage build. I'm going to say, let's take this off a second. I'm going to say just straight up go for my best damage build. I'm not going to tell it the set. Just go up for my best damage build and see what comes back. Again, with the optimization stuff here, I'm just going to say, assume I'm going to turn the secondary stat into crit damage or crit rate on the gloves. Assume I'm turning it into health on the chest, and assume I'm turning it into health on the boots. I think that's everything I need. See what we get back for this guy. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. So we're getting some crazy high health numbers here, which means I would need the queen to be higher than this. Damn, 274 crit damage. Let's have a look at see what we're grabbing. I'm telling it to steal from anyone. Interesting. I thought it would actually take cruel for the extra pieces, but I guess these pieces are just too strong. That is a lot of health. 127k health. Flipping heck, that's actually a ton. Makes him pretty difficult to kill, honestly, but he's quite slow at 184 speed. The meta's a bit different from this now. Generally, people go faster than this, which I might try. Although this is, I could just be a slow bob and see how it does for me. Generally, people are more like 230 speed on their nukers nowadays. This is like back when I actually used to compete. This is the sort of speed that people would run. Let's just have a quick try if I went up to maybe 220 speed. So my damage right now in this build is what, a gain of 152. So just remember that. Oh, a gain of 152k on the A2. Moving up to 220 speed. See where this goes. Just keeping the same sort of HP levels. It's quite considerably less in terms of damage, but I think it's worth the change. Interestingly, it's rolling HP. Have I told it HP on the gloves? Hold on. Weird that it's not trying to find crit damage gloves, or it's not finding. I guess just because it's rolled so well on this set of gloves that it's not finding crit damage gloves. That's massively surprised me though. So let's have a look. Plus 132. If I tell it, give me crit damage gloves, so I get higher crit damage, lower health. This might be the way to go anyway if it's not much in it, because the more health I'm taking, the harder it is to get everyone's health above his. Let's just see what this is doing. This feels like better damage. Okay, I don't know why it was doing that. A 224 speed, 119k HP, 304 crit damage. This definitely feels like the better build. Definitely feels better. This is now in Savage. And the trouble is I probably want this particular piece here. I probably want on my Queen in the protection gear. Okay, I think I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. I might manually just adapt this piece in the middle and see if I can find something which is, and I might end up being a little bit slower, but this feels like a decent build. Let's go for this. Okay, I decided I am going to take this piece. It makes me much quicker. It's a crazy piece, honestly. And the 2-piece of protection actually does give me 15% more HP, which is more damage. So we've ended up with 2 pieces of the Graphalos set, which is actually giving me crit rate and crit damage. We've ended up with 4-piece Savage, 2-piece protection. Again, like these fancy sets where you can actually gain value from the accessories as well. Like I could get 12% more speed if I found a good piece in protection gear as a banner. Only thing with a Ankora is it really does have to be a good, perfect piece. Otherwise, it's just going to reduce your damage by so much. But it does mean now that I've got nearly 120k worth of HP. I've got no empowerment on this dude. You can just see how crazy the stat boost can be if you get good stuff going on. My blessing has got, if it went to one more stage up, I'd get another 1,000 health, so I'd be at 120, and I'd get another 38% crit damage. So, you can see how quickly these builds scale out of control when people have got stuff like the +4s, the 6-star blessings, the best gear sets around. It's really like the boost is insane. Anyway, it means I now need to get my Wight Queen above 120k health in protection gear so that she doesn't steal the net crit protection. Okay, so I've made sure that the King is the only priority 5 lock champion right now. So he's the only person that I will not steal from. And then again, we're going to go with the same type of setup, but I actually want to tell it. Let's change this now, actually. Let's just say I want a minimum of 120,000 HP. Then I just want to go as far into speed as possible. See what sort of builds we get back here. See how much slower we are, actually. For me, stealing that piece away does mean that we've lost a chunk of speed in our best potential build, especially when we've got to try and get to that health as well. But kind of is what it is, really, if I want to go for the 9-piece protection, which I think I definitely want to do. I just think it's such a value to the King's way of working. More damage. It's only a tiny bit more damage. The thing is, I'd still get good protected buffs if I went with 6-piece. I think we're going to try it. We're going to try it as I originally said. So let's grab these pieces and get her built out as well. Okay, then let's go through full builds. So we've got the King at crit capped, 304% crit damage, 119k HP, 224 speed. We've got the Queen, 9-piece protection, 122k health, 3.7k defense, 271 speed. She's kind of got the masteries to get back to her turn as quickly as possible if someone's going low. Basically a full sort of set of protection style masteries and additional shielding, additional turn meter when her buffs run off, that type of stuff. His masteries are all about damage. Even though they don't all count for his A2, they still will help us with the other ability. So still worth taking a kind of regular setup of masteries, I would say, for this dude. I'm then bringing in net crit as his protector. Net crit's in his normal masteries here, which I've had. This is kind of been my build for ages, actually, so I've not changed it. But bolster gear, 131k health, 4.4k defense, fast, well, fast-ish, 201 speed, but mainly in there for high-level bolster gear. This has not been changed, actually, since I could rework. So I could probably get a fair amount more health into his build if I changed it up. Or maybe some more health into his build. But still, 131k is pretty good. And then Lydia is who I'm thinking for my fourth. So I'm thinking Lydia because she's also got that block revive capability. She's got the ability to swing a fight. I definitely think the fourth spot needs to be a support. Or I guess you could bring maybe someone like a Rotus, but then you would probably want a completely different setup, a completely different comp. She's also bringing buffs. So albeit we double up some of the buffs, you know, it's just kind of like she might not be perfect. Maybe a Sifi is better, actually. Maybe a Sifi would be better. But again, she does double up on some of the buffs that we'd be bringing. But we do get a chance to put drop defense and weaken out there if they're not wearing stone skin and stuff like that, which could be good as well. So yeah, just felt like she was quite a good option. Again, I've thrown her into bolster gear for now and 252 speed. So she's, yeah, she's just in the mix. So let's see what we can do here. I've kind of pushed up towards Plat. So we should see some pretty nasty teams at this level. And I will say, like, the most recent Plat push I did, which is a while back, I could just about compete with my normal team, which was this. Which is basically like Cupidus, just do all the work type of team. But my defense just was so weak. I'm not sure that this changes anything for me in terms of defense, but I think it might give me now an option. I couldn't fight against Taras Marishka type teams with that comp there. I could fight against a lot of teams, honestly. I'd say the only other team that I probably would completely avoid would be like a Georgia team, maybe a Mortu team. And when you're in like Plat Arena, there's just so many of those same sort of comps. In fact, I think the top 30 in Plat basically all had the same defense, bar maybe one champion. So yeah, there was a lot of problems. I guess the challenge I can see we might have here is something like an Ultimate Death Knight, where we've still got to try and kill him, and he is extremely tanky and difficult to kill. But we'll see. We'll see. So let's go in there and just run through some fights, see how we get on. Let's get set up together. It's been a while since I've even looked at my old sort of arena setups here. Take this one out. It's probably a long and gone type of deal. So who have we got? We've got the Queen's got, I guess it's just going to be the Queen for Aura for the lead. Gives us more speed, more turns. If I can find her. She is. Yeah, then we've got obviously the King. Where's the filter when you need it? Why can my eyes not see? There he is. Net crit. I'm trying to remember how many stars they got. I don't know. Go by affinity at least. So net crit be top. And Lydia near the top as well. She is. Okay. I've still got polymorph on my net crit and my Lydia. I don't know if the meta's kind of swung away from that, but we're leaving it for now. In terms of setup, then I think I can go pretty much full auto. I'm going to open with the shield, or at least just say open. Don't think it needs to be first choice. Is she going to do this if no one's dead? I don't think so. Narses, I guess we open with the AoE. There's a good thing. No, maybe we don't. Maybe we open with the A3 and try and just kill someone. And then we go straight into the A2. So I can semi-auto it by clicking my target. I think that might be the way to go. Legion of the Damned. Got to be using that. And Lydia, we're going to be using her buff ability as well. Okay, let's see how we get on. I'm going to try and go pretty much full auto. So I want to see how this team performs if I was in a kind of like plat push environment. Like if I was just going to make sure I got a kill here, I would take this squishy on. Oh, no, okay. They got their block damage up in time. See the way we took no damage when he came back at us there. So we are going to now have the weight. I guess we'll take it off of auto here. If I was playing properly, I'll take it off of auto at this point and just hold till their damage buffs went away. Block damage stuff. Decreased attack, decreased defense means nothing to me here. In terms of my damage numbers, I mean. Necrit's taking some pounding. We've got a very tanky team, so you know that type of stuff's fine. Okay, so we've kind of lost all of their block damage. Right, so we're going to clean up. We've got 4 buffs on us, all protected right now. We're going to come in with the A2. They've got increased defense on, The passives from people like Duchess and that don't matter here. So we're just going to go straight in. See what this damage number looks like. Do get the double hit on most. There's the Soul Reap. The Soul Reap doesn't kill through the shield. That's kind of what I was worried about, actually. But it's a pretty big nuke considering how tanky they were. That's pretty big. But yeah, the shields basically block the Soul Reap there. But look at that damage. Okay, that's nice. What do we do there? 253. And that's a tanky old team. That is a pretty tanky team. We do struggle, I guess. I don't have any resistance or ways to kind of deal with Tormund here. I guess with Necra protecting him, he's not going to be frozen. And I guess actually if he was going to be frozen, she would soak that up anyway. So we're going to try an A3 into... And she just cleans it straight off when she has her turn, which is pretty cool. A3 into the nuke. Oh, it's good. It's big. We got the block revive on the Tormund because my Lydia feels pretty damn good. Okay, that's nice. Got a Sun Wukong in here. So if we can get the block revive on him, that would be pretty juicy. Obviously, Sun Wukong's in the meta a lot as well. Bombs exploding everywhere could be a problem. No, we're still good. We get the cleanse away from that. We got the polymorph on. So actually stop the block revive. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're very dead. Oh, the numbers. They're very dead. Okay, let's try Ultimate Death Knight. This is a tanky old team coming up here. Again, we're going to try and deal with Sun Wukong first. With the block revive. Did we get block revive away there? Didn't see block revive come up. We didn't for some reason. Because he didn't have buffs up. Of course. Yeah, that's the other thing with, I guess, going full auto. Would want to make some of these choices. Christ, he's just sitting people down, though. He's literally letting people take a little old nap. The combo itself is so strong. The combo is really good. The fact that she's keeping the debuffs off of him to allow him to do his work is really strong. We're just locking out his cooldowns with the A1. Wukong's back for a visit. Bye-bye, Wukong. Oh my god, this team. Wow. This team's actually insane. Take them all down. Let's do a full clear. I guess Stone Skin is a problem. Even that's a lot of damage through that Stone Skin. Stone Skin is going to be a problem. Yeah, there's not much we can do about that. If you think people are going to be wearing Stone Skin, you basically have to bring bombs. But it's just blown through the Stone Skin on that one. More buffs we got, the more damage we're going to do. On that A2, is it? I think it's the A2 that does more damage with buffs. I'm just wondering if we can just go. Let's go off of auto for a second. Pythian, normally quite a problematic team. So yeah, we don't gain any benefit actually from doing the A2 first here. Just thinking about it in terms of that thought I had around buffs and stuff. Oh, we do get an extra shield. Okay, we do. So we get a 5th buff up. So yeah, if I was to go A3 here, nobody's got the buff. So you actually, maybe I'm better off open with the A2 generally because they're all dead. Oh, they're all dead. They're all absolutely fried. What about this? I mean, maybe we're already seeing like a new type of meta defense coming out. I did think about Lockout as my 4th champion, by the way, like having a Warlord. I don't own Yumiko, but Yumiko would be brilliant there. But I'm not sure how we would fare against Lockout. I'm just going to change that setup here. I think we actually want him to open him with his A2. Everything else is fine. They're probably quicker than me here, I would think. Yeah. A bunch of buffs against us. He's done a double hit because we've got shields. And he does not have shields. He does now. He does now. Do we get a turn? No, it's just too much damage. So yeah, it's as I say, like the type of setup which I'm building, he straight counters. Like bringing in the bolster set and stuff. You notice he didn't have any. Do we still see Taras Marishka as the main meta? I think they probably still will be. They're so strong. But at least there's now an option in the, in the offing to actually counter it. Damn, there's a lot of damage coming out here from Georgiad, of course. Really strong nuker. Got to try and deal with her. No revives coming back. We get the revive instead. Lydia does her job. Take down Sifi. And then we get another turn and take down Georgiad as well. That's actually a strong team to take out there. Can I find any Taras Marishka combos at this level? It was definitely like a fight I just could not win. I might need to go a bit higher. Here you go. Here's one. Oni the Yukai. So we've got Taras Marishka with a Cardiel as well, with some empowerment stuff. See how this plays out. I imagine they're going to be fairly quick. They've got all of the buffs in the land. So in this instance, I could try and A3 kill someone. Or do I just A2 try and nuke the lot? I'd kill this Taras with my A3. Which one's the one that gains power from buffs? It is the A3, right? A3, yeah. So I'm gaining a lot of extra power here. I've got maximum damage apart from... No, I think that's it. I just got maximum damage on the A3 here. It's not enough. It's actually not quite enough against Taras. I wonder if I should have aimed that somewhere else. Let's go back into auto. As Taras being just like tanky old HP champion as well. Still very difficult to deal with. Oh. I mean, it's big. It's big. Taras coming at us. It's just such a fun combo, honestly. It's such a fun setup. Damn. We go again. Just Cardiel. You're not going to win anything on your own, mate. You're not winning on your own, that's for sure. Reduce cooldowns. We go again. Oh, so good. It's actually so good. Can we get any more? What we got here? 2 revivers and a Taras. Let's try this one. 500k team power. Not messing around. Plenty of buffs up. Nuke's coming at us. Look at the damage of the Taras nuke, though. It is a lot. It is a lot. Don't have any shields to hit off, so we didn't get a double hit there. Now we've got shields. Do get the Soul Reap through that. That's nice. She's going to try and bring her back. I can't click on her because she's got the old veil on. Still going for it. Oh. I would say that he's super fun and like definitely cool that he's gonna shake up the meta. I don't think he's actually OP. I don't think he's, you know, like Taras and Marishka were when they came in, because he's not hitting so hard that his block revive ability is gonna go for everything. He's not. He's hitting hard, but his block revive kill does not kill everything. His AoE in the right setup is an absolute freaking nuke, which is awesome. But yeah, he's not. I don't think he's to the point of broken. I do think Emic could be interesting as well, you know, in this comp as the 4th. Emic reducing your cooldowns as well potentially could be very strong. Oh, the double duo. The double duo. Let's have a look. How does this one play out? Who do you go for first here? Stone Skin across the board. So I guess we just got to kind of like hold on to abilities and stuff for now. We are getting the increased cooldowns going, I think, there. Protect her as well. Comes the first nuke. Stone Skin for 2 turns, though, man. It's nasty. Buffs are going up. Still not too much point in doing a lot. Till the Stone Skin's gone. Maybe I should stop attacking her so that he stops attacking me. That might be an idea. Yeah, it's not like we hit through Stone Skin as well. So, you know, that is quite an important factor. Okay, we've got some people now. We can start to put debuffs on if we can land any. I've just got to go in, I think, for the nuke. Oh, the damage is so good, though. The damage is so good. Lydia's back in the game. And now we're chilled. Now we are chilled. Just got to wait out that stone skin. It's a relatively long fight, but not like crazy. Yeah, there you go. Damn. That's actually a pretty tough team to take down as well. About the Lizard. Lizard, this is like an old school team. Or like a kind of traditional old speed team here. Gonna wipe off a bunch of our buffs. Drop defense on us. Turns into damage mode. Oh, it's actually nearly enough to take us down. Did we get locked out? Lydia's actually pretty clutch. In a lot of these fights, Lydia's been doing tons of work, bringing people back up. Forget how good she is in arena, honestly. I've not used her in arena for ages. Damn, that's nice. Yumiko team. Yumiko's also someone I used to avoid a lot. I just didn't really have an answer to it. It'll be similar here. We don't get locked out. So if we're getting locked out, if she A1, she reduces his cooldown and he gets his abilities back pretty damn quick. So it is kind of good for an anti-lockout as well. Get our shields back on. Here comes the nukes. Only got the single hit because we didn't have a shield up, actually. Extra turn. Taras versus the king. Don't think you win this duel, my friend. Don't know, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you think he's good enough? I think I am going to try and do a push this week. Do you think he's good enough to properly upset the meta? This is a dude that's won plat a couple of times, right? So I don't know who it is, honestly. Fossil Zod. This is like the meta arena defense team for plats. Might not be his actual builds and stuff, but I think I probably will still lose this, honestly. And this is something which I need to know, like how good can my builds hold up against properly crazy builds? Again, we've got a bunch of stone skin going on that we've got to deal with first, which is a problem. He just blows us up. He's lost his stone skin. Can I get through that? Do I A2 it? I think A2 is my best chance of killing him. A3, I don't think he dies. A2, though, I'm going to try. A3, actually, I would go over here anyway. Oh, it's not quite enough. It's close, but not quite enough. Look at that. Try and get my cooldowns back. Maybe that's the wrong move, actually. Kind of need to kill someone so that they try and revive them. And then Lydia changes the face of the game. Buffs v buffs. It's not enough. Damn it. It's so tanky as well. So damn tanky. Oh, did Ultimate Death Knight soak up one of those hits? Might have done. Let's try that again. Yeah, maybe Stone Skin's actually going to just be the meta again. Like Stone Skin opener so that he can't come in and do his work. Ultimate Death Knight just doing so much as always. So I just feared then. Yeah. Give me a turn. Oh, she's dead. Yeah, it's just not happening, is it? Who else do I go after? Ultimate Death Knight eats the first one. Too good. Too good. Anyway, super fun. I think I am going to try a plat push. Let me know what you think down below. But yeah, definitely a champion to get on the account that's going to change up my offense. And yeah, perhaps I'll have some fun in live arena in the upcoming few days as well. Anyway, guys, I've been Hell Hades. I'll catch you in the next one. See you soon.